The following is a paid advertisement on Germany. There are many attractions in Germany, but we're going to talk about some of the famous ones. First off, let's talk about the Berlin Wall. The Berlin Wall was built in 1961 and it was used to divide East and West Germany. It was destroyed in 1989 because the East Germans thought it represented imprisonment. The East Germans also did not want to be in war with the West Germans, which, if you think about it, is a good thing. And finally, you can walk along the wall for no cost. You also have free reign to walk on either side of the wall, and wherever there's an opening, you can switch sides. Now, let's talk about King Ludwig's castle. King Ludwig's castle was finished in 1892, but there was never an exact start date, so I can't tell you. It was also built for King Ludwig, as the title suggests, and it inspired Walt Disney for many of his castles. Also, the same design as seen in these pictures was used in Disneyland's Sleeping Beauty Castle. Now, let's talk about why you would pick Germany. First off, they have an amazing culture. Secondly, there are nice residents and citizens. And finally, there's amazing food there. So let's get into more detail with the culture. First off, almost every German can speak English, which is good because if you don't know German, you can ask them a question. And if you're learning German and say you forget a word, you can ask them what that word is, or you can ask them to hold on while you check what the word is. And when they're talking to you, you can understand them so much easier. And now we will talk about their federal republic. Now, there's nothing really good about that, but it's a good thing to experience because if you experience a different government, you can see the types of things that other countries are going through. Now, let's talk about the people in Germany. Well, they're caring, and that's good because you don't have to worry about being judged, and they enjoy interacting with the tourists. And there's also a variety of people, so that means there's a different type of person for every other person. So if you like someone who drinks beer all the time or drinks ale, you have that type of person. If you like the person that reads, then you have it. And finally, let's talk about food. So let's talk about some Black Forest cake. Now, it is very enjoyable. You could just sit down and eat some Black Forest cake all the time. It's also an all-time food, so you can get it at almost any time of year. And finally, it's very inexpensive. So you don't have to worry about your budget going through the roof. Next, let's talk about currywurst. And it is also very enjoyable, and it's very hard to get anywhere else in the world. And currywurst, you probably don't know what wurst is, but that basically means sausage. So it's basically a curry sausage. So if you think about it, that sounds actually pretty good. And that's Germany for you folks.